everybody, I'm Julie Golob with Team Trijicon. Let's head to the kitchen for a quick and easy venison recipe. I love butchering my own deer because it gives me the most control over the cuts and ultimately what ends up in the freezer. Typically, I leave the back strap for steaks. For the haunch portions of the deer that many also choose for steak, I like to cube these up into bite-sized portions and package it that way. I find this is such a versatile option, and you can make all sorts of dishes like this easy one skillet dish a favorite for my little ones. Here you see me cubing up some sweet potatoes into small bite-sized pieces, about a ½ inch in size. You don't have to be perfect here, but keeping them close in size helps them to cook more evenly. I'm using 2 good-sized potatoes for this 4-serving recipe. I use my largest cast iron pan and add enough avocado oil to coat the bottom. Any high smoke point oil will work here, but I like avocado oil best. I set my burner on medium-high heat and let it get good and hot, swirling the pan to make sure it's all covered. Then I add the potatoes and I stir and flip them every few minutes. As they cook, I prep 4 cloves of garlic. I'm giving them a good smash with my knife to help remove the papery skin, and that also helps to release the juices before I do a rough mince. Here's my bowl of meat. I have about a pound of venison here. I set this out on paper towels before I even began cubing those potatoes to help it warm up a bit. Back to those potatoes. I love those darker bits that add even more depth of flavor. After about 10 minutes, you'll want to test them with your fork for doneness. Once the potatoes are done, I move them to the perimeter of my pan. I add a pinch of salt to the meat and mix it with my hands to distribute it before adding more oil to the center of the cast iron. In goes the venison, making sure to spread it out for a good sear on as much surface area as possible. Next, I add the garlic to the meat before I use a spatula to flip it over. Just look at that lovely browning going on there. Oh, it's so good. The final touch, a little deglaze. I'm using bourbon today, but you can use brandy, wine, beer, or even apple juice or broth. It not only helps add a little moisture, but depending on what you choose, a layer of depth as well. Tonight we had some spinach to use up, so I'm using that as a bed, but you can also add sugar snap peas, steamed green beans, or even broccoli slaw. There you have it. Simple, tasty, and easy, with that pleasant bite of garlic, savory and tender meat, the sweetness of the potato, and that subtle hint of bourbon.